A purchase order can also be created automatically from a materials requisition, and materials requisitions can be created by any user that has access to your database. So this might be a person in the manufacturing department that needs a purchase made, so they just create a purchase requisition, and then the purchasing person creates purchase orders from all the requisitions from all the users of the database. So right now we'll log back into the main menu, and we'll just act as a user of the system from the manufacturing department, where they could either create these requisitions directly from the manufacturing department, or any user can go into the raw materials area of the system. And then for this test, I'm going to say I'm going to purchase milled corn, so I'll do a find for corn. So then what they want to do is they would click the PO Rec/Materials Transfer button. And what this does is it opens up a pop-up window into the purchasing module, where if their access privileges are set correctly, they should not have access to the purchase orders or the receive items areas, but only to requisitions. And what this window shows here is just a list for the current user that's logged in, which is me logged in as EAS admin. These are the two records I've created in the past that the status is requisition. But then I can filter, and I could go back and I could look at any of my past orders in the system. So now you see that also logged in as EAS admin, there's one record that the status has already been, this has been ordered. So you can see this is a very powerful way where each user that creates requisitions has their own list of requisitions, and then they can also reuse their requisitions. So for instance, this past order for whole wheat flour, I can change the status from ordered to requisition, and then maybe change the quantity to 225, and then I could change the date required, and this way I don't have to do all the data entry over again for this item, because the same users in the database usually order the same items over and over, so they could just use their requisitions, reuse their requisitions. So now I'll click on the requisitions button to filter this list, and now you see there's 3 requisitions because I changed the one that was ordered. I changed the status to requisition. So now I'll go ahead and create a new requisition, and after clicking the new requisition button, if I have not chosen a supplier, it prompts me to choose a supplier first, and I'll go ahead and choose International Wheat and Grain again for this purchase. And you must choose a location ID. This is very important because the inventory control is based on the location ID that's chosen, so when these items are received, the inventory control will add to this inventory location, and also the ship to address that goes to the supplier where to ship these items to, which location at your company, will also be determined by which location is chosen. So I'll just choose location 101. I'll click new requisition, and you'll see that a pull down list of items from the inventory module shows up. But what I want to do is change the list that shows up there and just show grains. So I'll change the value in the filter inventory list field. Now I'll click back in the inventory ID, and now you'll see that I just have a list of grains that are inventory items that have grains chosen as their category. So I'll choose milled corn, And the user can also type in additional information into this field that the purchasing person will see, and this will not change the data in the inventory database. They could put in a catalog ID, which may be helpful to the person that's doing purchasing to know exactly what item to purchase from this supplier. They can put in a date required. The required quantity is very important, and I'll put in 500 pounds. And no PO status shows up for this requisition yet because no purchase order has been created. For a purchase order to be created, the purchasing person just now needs to click this button with the two arrows pointing to the left. But we'll go into more details on how to create a purchase order from these requisitions in a future training movie.